Hello everybody, welcome to another episode with Broke Girls Art School. In today's episode, I'm actually going to be starting off a 3-part series that is self-care made specifically for artists. So in this first episode, I'm going to be going over different stretches you can do for your hand, wrist, and forearm health, and some different gadgets and stuff that I have that definitely help me out a lot. In the second video, I'm going to be going over like back pain, neck pain. I usually have a lot of lower back pain, so we'll be going over some different yoga stretches and other tools that I have to help me out with that. And full disclosure, I am not a certified yoga teacher, but I do have a background in massage therapy, so I do know my fair share about the body. And in the third episode, I'm going to be going over more mental health stuff. So I'll be sharing some of my meditation techniques and things that I like to do when I'm feeling overwhelmed, just to make sure you keep yourself centered and make sure we're putting out our best work always. So yeah, don't forget to smash that like button if you enjoyed this video, and subscribe if you want to see my future content. You can find more of my work on Instagram at Burn Blue Art, and for my tattoos at Sky Blues Tattoos. So let's get started. So before I go over some stretches for your hands, wrists, and forearms, first I'm going to be showing you some different gadgets that I've purchased that have been helping me out a ton and definitely has lessened my symptoms of like numbing and tingling in the hands, and has really helped me keep my muscles nice and loose so I don't cramp up while I'm working. So this first one is called a Rolio. So you can see it just has these 2 bars here, and you just roll your forearm through it. I'll show you guys an example of how it works. So you just roll your forearm through. And I try to do this, if not every day, every other day. This is wonderful for any artist, really, because anybody holding their hand in the same position for too long, you're bound to have muscles cramping up, right? And I feel that especially is true for tattooing, because not only do you have your right hand cramping up, but your left hand is also always stretching the skin. So both of your hands are working hard all day. So this thing, highly recommend. Again, I'll tag links for all of these items on Amazon, so you can check those in the description box below. So next, this is a hand massager I bought. Absolutely love. I actually bought 2 different versions of this. This is I think it was like $80 or $90 version, and there was another one that was $130. So I just bought both of them, and I figured I'll see if I notice a difference. And honestly, like, they're pretty much the exact same thing, so I would just recommend this kind if you want to save $40. So how this works, you turn it on, and then there's 6 different modes and 6 different like pressure levels. So you just pop your hand in like this, and it's like a compression machine. So there's like air blowing up on either side, and it feels wonderful. You can change the settings to put it either on just your hand, just your wrist, or alternating between both. And there's also a heat setting and a vibration setting. So these things, I'll just put it on each hand like 20 minutes a day, and it's a great thing, while you're sitting down watching TV, like this is kind of doing the work for you. So yes, highly recommend one of these. It's great for carpal tunnel symptoms and arthritis symptoms, all of that stuff. And it did come with this little handy dandy finger massager as well. So you just work it like that. I like this thing too, a little freebie. The next thing I would recommend, and this is great for anywhere on your body. I used it on my legs, my arms, my back, my neck, everything. So it's just one of those massage guns. Show you guys how it works. So you just go ahead and turn it on, and there's different modes. Again, I'll tag the link in the description box below, but for example, on the forearm, I like to run up the sides of the arm and kind of like follow the muscle. Feels great up here too. But this thing is awesome for literally anywhere on your body. Like, I'll sit and just do it up the sides and back of my neck, up and down the traps, and if you have a partner or someone else that lives with you, lower back, this thing 100% must buy. This is probably my #1 recommendation, because it can be used for anywhere on your body. is this Pro Squeeze. So this I actually found, I was going to a chiropractor and he was telling me to do these stretches, you know, like stretching your wrists like this, but he was like, oh, but try to put pressure on the muscle before you do the flex and it gives you a much better stretch. So I was like, I wonder if I could find something online so I didn't need to strain one hand while putting pressure on my other arm. So I did some research and found this thing. It's called Pro Squeeze. I'm not sure if the company is still actively making these. It looked like it was like a startup company off of Kickstarter and their website like was no longer in commission. So I found this on eBay, so hopefully there's still some in existence, but what you do is you compress whichever muscle is really tense for you, and then you flex your hand either way, and it's like double the stretch. And the cool thing about this, so there's like a quick release on it, so you can press that so it'll come off of your muscle, but you can use this anywhere on your body. Like I could sit here and do it, say you had shin splints, I could do it on the side of my leg, I could literally put it anywhere. So highly recommend this thing, especially for forearms though, but you can also do them in your hand. I think any sort of compression is really good, just to kind of spread out those muscles. And anything that brings blood flow to an area is a good thing, because that oxygen, fresh blood will, you know, help your body be able to heal quicker. So yes, this called the Pro Squeeze, love it. All right, and then next, guys, I'm gonna be going over just some stretching like motions that you can do that'll help a lot with carpal tunnel symptoms or any cramping, that kind of thing. So the two best stretchers that I've found are these ones where you just hold your hands out like this, try to flex them as much as you can, and then go down this way as well. So this stretch here, it's actually kind of challenging to hold it like that for a while. So you can do these stretches actively, which this is an active stretch because I'm flexing my muscles, or you can do them passively, which is where if I was pulling this hand back with my other hand, or if I put my hand up, say I was on the wall and I could stand like this and do it, that would be more of a passive stretch, I would say. And then, yeah, when you're actively flexing your muscles, that's an active stretch. So I do these, I try to do, 20-30 seconds at a time, flip another 20-30 seconds, and then another really good stretch to loosen up your wrist is grab your pointer finger. And guys, don't push yourself past the point of like something hurting you. Like if you're in pain with any stretches or anything that I say in this video, do not do it. I'm not a doctor. I do know a lot about the body. I do a lot of yoga. I did massage therapy, and I've just done my own research, so I know a bit, but like I said, if something's hurting you, do not do it. So this next stretch is going to be grabbing your pointer finger and just pulling down towards your wrist here. And you will feel this stretch across your whole top of your hand going into your forearm. So I'll do this with all of my fingers and hold it for a good, 15-20 seconds. If you're like me, I am holding a machine in my hand for usually around 3 to 4 hours a day. So no amount of counter stretch is too much. So I try to do them as often as I possibly can. Like I'll be driving in my car doing this. And so this, pull these down for sure, feels great. And then another tool that you can use, so this is called a gua sha tool. It usually comes with, I got a set that had both this roller, which is good for like your face, forehead, neck, whatever, and this stone. And I really love this because, similarly, you can use it anywhere on the body. So it usually stays on the surface, and when you're using the gua sha, the tools, you want to do a good amount of pressure and kind of quicker movements like this. And you'll notice that it starts to bring up like some maybe purple dots on the skin. Like you don't want to overdo it, like I said, but yeah, it's normal for your skin to be pretty red afterwards and it's going to look irritated. But like I said, I think anything that's bringing more blood flow to the area is good for you. So you can use this I use it on my forearms all the time. I'll use it on my neck. I'll use it on my traps. and it's shaped nicely so you can run up and down the muscle. So I'll take just like a little bit of coconut oil. You can do it just dry on your skin as well, but I like using just a little bit of coconut oil, and I do that all the way up my neck, my arms, anywhere. All right, guys, in this next stretch I'm gonna show you, I actually picked up from, I tried Tai Chi one time, and this was like the one thing that really stuck with me. So this stretch is really great for the whole inner side of your arm. So the motion is you're gonna wanna act like you're pulling back an arrow. Do a little bit of a squat here, and then you wanna point to the ceiling with your pointer finger. So the motion, a little bit more smooth, is like this, and you will feel this stretch light up the whole inside of your arm, right? And if you want to even make this go a little bit more intense, take it a step further, you could tilt your head to the side and you will feel the stretch from your neck to your traps all the way down to your hand. So I recommend doing that one quite a bit as well. Make sure you do it equally on both sides. Every stretch that I do, I try to do equally on both sides of the body. Another thing to note, if you're going to be doing some more yoga, if you're ever in like a plank position or downward dog, anything where you're putting extra pressure and compression on your wrists, I'll get like a shooting pain from my inner wrist that kind of goes on my forearm. So something that's really important with that is to make sure that you're putting pressure from your whole hand into the ground. Like you want to push your fingers into the ground, flex your hand, like push your knuckles into the ground, and that will take pressure off of your wrists. So yeah, when you're in like a position like this, say you get some shooting pains up your arm, you could even try going on your fingertips and kind of readjust that way. Oh, it's really whatever's most comfortable for you. But yeah, if you're doing anything with your hands flat on the ground, you want to put a bunch of pressure like in the front side of your hand and really claw your hands into the ground. Yeah, my wrists were getting so bad even when I was just doing simple things like cat and cow. Like cat here, and then like that would even give my wrists some pressure sometimes. So yeah, for pretty much anything or a plank like this, you want to always be conscious about that so you're not, you know, putting yourself through unnecessary pain and building bad habits. All right, guys, so in this next part of the video, I'm just going to be showing you a couple different like self-massage techniques that I like to use. Whenever I'm doing massage, coconut oil is usually my favorite thing to use. It's wonderful for your skin. It's never going to irritate you. Well, most people, unless you're allergic to it. But I'll just grab like a little bit of coconut oil. A little bit goes a long way. And then an important massage technique, I think, is just putting pressure and following the direction of the muscles. And you guys, you can Google, you know, self-massage techniques for your arms. I'm sure there's a billion different like techniques that you could use. Me personally, I like to just take my thumb and run it all the way up my forearm. I'll kind of follow the direction of these muscles up top here. And I also like to just kind of sit up top in this area because I feel like I hold a lot of tension there. So I'll just kind of do motions like this. And again, just good pressure, running the thumb up the arm. Do the inside of your arm as well. And get the side of your hands. This is another good one, just grabbing and pulling your thumb. And you can do the same on both sides. I like to massage the more fatty tissue on the hands as well. So I'll just sit there, you know, however long. Like I said, I'll be doing this while I'm watching TV or, you know, even driving around in my car. I'll be sitting there just doing random stretches. But yeah, take advantage of any free time you got. And I think this is a really important thing to incorporate into your daily practice. Especially if you're somebody that's trying to do art full time or you do already do art full time. Doing these techniques will definitely help prolong your career and save you a lot of maybe money in carpal tunnel surgeries, or, you know, just might as well do the work now so that way you don't have to worry about it later. It's the way that I view it. So yeah. Oh, and another thing to note, you guys, these stretches that I was showing you in the beginning that are very important, you can totally just go up and do those on a wall. Lean into it a little bit with your hands like this or like that. You can also have one hand on the wall and then
flex your neck in the opposite direction. And you'll get a very similar stretch to the bow move that I was showing you. They're both pretty much the same thing. Ooh, yeah, that feels good. I feel this running all the way up my inner forearm. Oh, yeah.
All right, guys, so that's going to be it for our first video on hand, wrist, and forearm health. If you want to check out the other 2 parts of this series, I will tag links in the description box below for the second video, which is on your back and spine health, and then the third video, which is about mental health. So I hope you can check out those videos. Again, don't forget to comment and subscribe. Let me know what you guys thought, and make sure to smash that like button if this video helped you out. Thanks, guys.